Hey you all, it's Amber from the Ostomy Diaries. I'm filming outside today. It's a beautiful day here in East Tennessee, so I thought I'd film outside. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you all about something that I get asked about a ton, especially on my Instagram Messenger. I feel like I'm getting asked questions about this every single day. Dating and ostomies. I was terrified to date right after I got my ostomy, mostly because of a bad experience that I had, but I'm going to tell you all about it, tell you how I got through it, and how I'm doing now. So let's jump right in. So, a little bit of backstory. I have Crohn's disease and an ileostomy bag, and in 2016, I was hospitalized a ton for my Crohn's. I've had active inflammation. It was a bad time. I was hospitalized off and on, but there was a period of time, the summer of 2016, that I was hospitalized for over 50 days. I spent my birthday in the hospital. A lot of that was due to the fact that I needed the surgery to have my colon removed, but I was like fighting it tooth and nail. I was putting my life at risk. That's a whole nother story. I was dating this guy throughout that whole time, and for a while prior to that. We weren't mega serious, but I liked him. He was totally cool with me being hospitalized. He checked on me a ton. He even sent me flowers at one point. He was texting my parents to check on me, this, that, and the other. Well, he was out of town when I decided that I needed this surgery. My surgery was kind of an emergency because my Crohn's got so inflamed. I got C. diff. My colon was thinning. It was about to rupture. My surgeon was like, we have to do this surgery within 48 hours or you will die. So I waited about 24 hours, and then I decided I want to have the surgery. That's a whole nother story too. So I messaged him to talk about it. He knew that surgery was an option for me. I had told him that it might be a possibility, and it was something that my doctors had discussed with me. I told him, what the surgery was, that they would take out my colon, and that I would get an ostomy bag. So I messaged him, and I was like, hey, I'm having this surgery. I'm going to have the ostomy bag, but it's reversible. I'll have to have it for 6 months to a year, and then I'll get it reversed. And so he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm out of town. I hope everything goes okay. Let me know how it goes. I had the surgery. It was a huge success. The next day, I messaged him to let him know that I'd come through the surgery okay and that everything went smoothly, and my surgeon was so pleased. Well, he didn't respond. I texted him a few more times. No response. I tried to call him. He didn't answer. This just keeps getting more sad. So I went to Facebook. He had blocked me on all social media platforms. And to this day, I have not heard from him. We live in the same hometown. So I say all of that to say that really, really messed with me. It's not because I was so heartbroken. It was because this was a huge life adjustment. I was scared to death about this ostomy bag, and I was so afraid that his reaction was going to be everyone's reaction. I was terrified that people were going to think I was gross and disgusting, and that when they saw me, they would just be thinking, oh, that's the girl that has the bag of poop on her. And all those insecurities and things that I was thinking in my mind just kind of took over, and it really, really messed with me mentally. I didn't want to date. I decided, okay, I'm not going to date until I get the reversal. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself out there. I don't want to risk being hurt or getting rejected or anything like that. So I just kind of shut down, and in a way, looking back on it, I feel like that was me putting God in a box and not letting Him guide my relationships and take me through that season of life, even though I knew that He had been with me through the whole process. So I didn't date for a while. I even started my YouTube channel, and I made a video. This was like 6 to 7 months after surgery, just talking about my ostomy and everything I'd been through, because I had a good support system. My family was awesome. My medical team was awesome. I had a ton of really awesome friends. God sent me so many people to love me, and I'm so thankful for all of them. So I made this video, mostly just like telling people my story, because I was asked all the time what happened, what is an ostomy and stuff. So I made a video just kind of sharing my testimony. I wouldn't show my bag. I showed a bag, and I just remember being so nervous that I even showed that bag, because I was like, people are going to think this is weird and gross and awful. It took time for me to accept that, and I didn't want to date. Finally, one of my friends convinced me to go on a date with this guy. He is a teacher in my hometown. He knew about my ostomy. He was totally cool with it. We didn't end up working out, but he's a great guy. It's not because of that we just didn't work out. He asked me questions about my health and about my ostomy, and he was so nice about it. And I'd actually talked to another guy, and he was totally cool with it. And then God led me to Joel. Aww. I want to encourage you, if you have been hurt by someone because of your ostomy, or someone has said something to you that's just totally cruel, or they didn't want to date you, or they told you you were gross, or just something that's completely absurd, it's not you, and it's not your ostomy. That person is just a terrible person. I was messaging with a girl on my Ostomy Diaries Instagram the other night, and she said the guy that she had been dating for a while before her surgery broke up with her shortly after her surgery, and he said he just couldn't date the sick girl. Well, here's the thing, y'all. Stuff is going to happen to everybody. Whether you have an ostomy bag or not, something that's unpleasant is going to happen to you in your lifetime. Unfortunately, it's the world we live in. It's the bodies we have. They aren't perfect. We aren't perfect, and life isn't perfect. Everyone experiences a hardship. I don't know anyone who they just go through their entire life and they never experience a hardship. It may be Crohn's, UC, and ostomy. It could be something related to diabetes, or a car accident, or grief, or losing a loved one, or losing a job. You go through hard times. And here's my advice. Be with someone who's going to stick with you through those hard times, no matter what. I know that sounds cliche, but if someone is going to talk down to you because of your ostomy bag, or they're going to leave you because of your ostomy bag, don't feel bad about yourself because you have an ostomy bag. Because if that's the type of person they are, then they would have treated you poorly anyway, and you deserve better. You deserve so much better than to be talked down to about a flaw when I have yet to meet a perfect person in the world. My second piece of advice is, when you're dating, talk about your ostomy like it's something positive. Everyone's situation is different. I talk to people all the time who are really struggling with it. They may have some issue going on with their appliance or whatever, and I know that those things are hard to get through, but overall, my ostomy has been such a blessing for me. And so I found that if I speak about my ostomy like it's positive, and just talk about how it's enriched my life and enabled me to live a normal life and live life to the fullest, then other people are going to see it as a positive thing, and that helps them to feel more comfortable. I found a lot of times people who act kind of weird about an ostomy, it's because they don't know about it. And once you share that with them and help educate them, then they feel a lot more comfortable. So if you speak about it like it's a positive thing, other people are going to perceive it like it's a positive thing. So I just try to be casual and positive, and that's what I did. Even before Joel and I met and fell in love and got engaged, other guys that I talked to, I would just speak about it like it was positive, because it was. For me, it gave me my life back. I didn't have to live in the bathroom anymore. I could eat. I can still go hiking. I can still go swimming. You can still live your life with an ostomy. And the people that are kind and that are going to treat you good anyway are going to understand that, and they're going to respect that, and they're going to be happy for you that you can live your life to the fullest now. So, in conclusion, don't waste your time being upset about the haters who are going to say something to you about your ostomy, because that's just their character and you're probably better off without them. So, see ya, bye. I know it's easier said than done sometimes. You may have been in a relationship for a very long time and that person isn't cool with it, and that's so hard. But my advice to that would be to just try to communicate the best you can, try to educate them, try to show them how positive it's making your life and how this has enabled you to still live and exist, and just try to get them to understand that. And hopefully with time they will. So, be encouraged. You are still awesome. You are still worthy. You are not less desirable because of your ostomy. Your bag doesn't define you. I've said it in other videos. The way you live your life and the way you love other people, that's what makes you who you are. It's not your bag. It's not your ostomy. You are not your bag. You are you. And you are beautiful, so go live your life to the fullest and try not to be afraid. If y'all have more questions about dating or about me and Joel, we're going to do more videos together. We've got a lot of videos planned. We've been talking about a few things that we want to do together, and really to show you all what a relationship with an ostomy looks like and get more of Joel's perspectives. If you guys haven't done so yet, check me out on social media at Ostomy Diaries and subscribe to my YouTube so you don't miss out on my future videos. Can't wait to see you on my next video.